Hello students, let's start our lessons. Today we are going to learn about the habitats of animals, organisms, especially aquatic habitat by the discipline ecology of animals and plants and biogeography. The plan of today's lecture is what is the aquatic habitat, the levels of aquatic habitat, temperature and oxygen. Purpose of today's lecture is to form students' knowledge about the aquatic habitat of animals. What is aquatic habitat? Traditionally, there are four main habitats of animal organisms. We have aquatic, soil, land, air, and living organisms as a habitat. So today we are going to learn about the aquatic habitat. What is aquatic? The following features are characteristics of the aquatic habitat. They are height density, significant pressure drops, relatively low oxygen content, strong absorption of light waves, salinity differences, the presence of horizontal and sometimes vertical water mass movements, the presence of suspensions that determine turbidity. So there are the characteristics of aquatic habitat for animals. First group is gneiss-stone. Significant density allows you to rely on water. Depending on the mode of movement of animals, they are divided into the corresponding ecological groups. So first group is gneiss-stone. Gneiss-stone, you can see in this picture, this group of animals which live in the above the water, moving along of surface tension. For example, the well-known water striders, bugs, or beetles. If you see in the picture, you can see the gneiss-stones. Next is the playstones and the bentoses. The boundary of the aquatic and the aerial environments serves as the arena of life for representatives of the playstone and the bentoses. Aquatic ground and annelids, adult echinoderms, most mollusks, and other fishes. You can see in this picture the group of bentos and the playstones make up the specialized inhabitants on the bottom of reservoirs. Next group is plankton, nekton, and bentos. You can see in this picture. Plankton, they are the very small organisms or arthropods which live above the water. Nektons, they are chordatas or boundary fishes which live in the middle level of the water. And the bentos, they are water animals which live in the deep of the water. So they are the levels of aquatic habitats for animals. Next is oxygen. Oxygen as the environmental factor for aquatic habitat. It's the resources, as we know, for aquatic environment. Maximum content here is least 21 times lower than in the spirit standard composition. Oxygen enters the water from the atmosphere or accumulated by autotrophs. For example, algae, they are autotrophs which decompose the oxygen by themselves. Due to the limited transparency of the water, photosynthetically active radiation penetrates into the water up depths to 200 meters, where is boundary of the euphotic zone passes. So the oxygen is a very important component of the aquatic habitat for animals. for living the animals. Aquatic animals, they solve their problem of limited oxygen resource in different ways. The main options may be as follows. First is, you can see the fish, which have oxygen by the water. Animals effectively extract dissolved oxygen by carrying out gas exchange over the entire surface of the body, or using their gills. You can see in this picture gills which can be cutaneous, like skin-like, or intestinal, tracheal, limb-like, and the critidial. For example, in mollusks, water circulation makes it possible. So the aquatic habitats, for example, animals, fishes, mollusks, they can take oxygen from water by their gills or other organs in their organism. So it's the first time. The second type is coming through the air duct. In this picture, you can see the mammals, animals which live in the water. They collected by them when they are surface of the water. You can see the picture. When they are surface on the water, they can collect the oxygen in their lungs, and then they can live in the water. So they collect the oxygen in their organism. Next is other animals. How they take the oxygen. Some animals in the first picture you can see store oxygen in the air, from the air, inbound from as part respiratory pigments in this larvae, or which allows them to continue active life at the bottom of frozen reservoirs for their winter. In this picture, or if the animals don't have oxygen, they go into the inactive state, as this frog. A state is called anaxibiosis. Anaxibiosis, which one of the variant of suspended animation. In this picture, if this oxygen is not enough, its condition is not good, these types of animals, they are going to the inactive state in their life. So these types of adaptation of oxygen in water, in animals which live in the water. In this lecture, we started about the aquatic habitat of animals, how they live in water, how they take oxygen, and the ecological groups of animals. So I think it's enough for today. Thank you. Goodbye.